Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news starts now with breaking news.
Anderson police are on the scene at this hour of a shooting near Friendship Court. We know a juvenile was shot, driven to the ER in a private vehicle. We don't have any update on that juvenile's condition at this hour. We do know that a second juvenile was seen running from these apartments off Malden Street. We can confirm the Anderson County Sheriff's Office got on scene quick. They detained that juvenile suspect. But again, a lot unknown at this hour. You can see a large crime scene tape there at those apartments. As we work to get more information on that juvenile victim, we'll pass it along to you here on air and inside our free app. And it's been a pretty violent 48 hours there in Anderson, and only on Fox tonight we have an update to those gunshots that erupted right outside that T-ball game last night in the city. Now, we told you about this. 2 people were shot in this drive-by. They also taken to the hospital in a private vehicle, and it had parents and those children ducking for safety at that ball field. And only on Fox, we're hearing from a neighbor who heard it all.
Fox Carolina's Brookley Cromer joins us live from outside AnMed Hospital tonight. Brookley, what did they tell you?
Well, Tori, the police report that I obtained today says there are 3 victims of this shooting. Now, we know at least 2 of those victims drove themselves here from the ball field, about a 5-minute drive to AnMed Health. Now, I reached out to a family member who tells me 2 of these victims are related. She tells me a woman and a man are in stable condition.
Heard like pow, 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 boom, boom.
Kenneth Thomas lives by the ball field and saw people running down Salem Street when they heard gunshots.
There were kids outside. They were down there playing next to where the shooting started. There were kids like right there.
Anderson police say the shots came from 2 separate cars as parents and kids pulled into McCants Field for a T-ball game.
I came back outside, and they went past and got down by that corner right there. They started shooting at each other again.
A mom reached out to us and tells us her children had to lie in the floorboard.
But everybody ran in the house, and a pregnant woman lives right there. She couldn't make it in the house, so she got like behind the carpet in the driveway, and she got down on the floor.
Officers found shells in at least 3 separate locations. A police report I obtained today outlines damage to the victim's car. A bullet hole to the front windshield, shattered glass, several bullet holes, and blood on the seats. Neighbors tell me at least 1 stray bullet also hit a house on Salem Street.
They must have been like shooting at each other while they were driving down this way, because the bullets actually were coming this way, and it happened all the way down there.
Neighbors say all of this is just too much.
It needs to stop. It's ridiculous. The kids were out there playing. They weren't bothering anybody.
And the police chief tells me they haven't made any arrests at this point. If you know anything about this shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC, or you can also contact the police department here in Anderson. Reporting live, Brookley Cromer, Fox Carolina News.
And again, there at AnMed, where Brookley's live tonight, that's where that juvenile was taken, that shooting too. Meanwhile, a similar shooting at a baseball game in the Low Country. A $10,000 reward now being offered for any information leading to an arrest. Now, the terrifying moments were all caught on camera last night. Take a look. Yeah, you can hear those gunshots going off. A parent captured this video and showing the players, the fans, the parents there running, trying to take cover during this Little League game. Just terrifying moments for everybody involved there. And we're told there will be a meeting with parents and coaches tomorrow to discuss safety measures moving forward at this ballpark. Officials say they want those involved to pay for their actions and hope the reward money will now encourage someone to come forward.
New details tonight. The Greenville County Sheriff's Office is investigating a stabbing on Old Pelzer Road. We first broke this story this afternoon on the 4 o'clock news. This is a look at the scene down in Piedmont. We know several people were involved in some type of altercation when one man was stabbed. We actually saw him being loaded into an ambulance. He was alert actually on his phone, so he wasn't seriously hurt, but he was taken to downtown Prisma. As we get more information on the suspect here, we'll pass that information along to you. And over in Greenwood, a takedown of an armed robbery suspect caught on camera at the Chick-fil-A. Check this out. You can see troopers there On top of that suspect, helping Greenwood police get this suspect after a reported armed robbery near the mall. We're told that they saw the vehicle leaving. They gave to a short pursuit, and then it all ended right there in the Chick-fil-A. Fortunately, no one seriously hurt, and we're still working to get more information on that suspect. We got his name earlier tonight. We should get a mugshot of him pretty soon.
A Western North Carolina congressman cited after officials say he brought a loaded gun to the airport. Charlotte Mecklenburg police say this gun, found in a bag by TSA at Charlotte International. Officials confirmed Representative Madison Cawthorn was the owner of that bag. Police say Cawthorn cooperated with officers. He was cited for possession of a dangerous weapon on city property. And for all these stories, for the latest information, make sure you download our free Fox Carolina News app. You can scan that code and download for free. All new at 10, Greenville County School District offices packed for tonight's Board of Trustees meeting. The main topic on everyone's mind, safety. Parents and advocates calling on school officials to make changes in light of recent events, like the shooting we saw at Tanglewood Middle School that claimed the life of a 12-year-old student. Greenville County parents asking for metal detectors in these schools. And tonight, the district tells us all options are on the table.
Fox Carolina's Matt Koufax was at the meeting. He's live tonight outside the district office with more.
Cody, Tori, although it wasn't a listed agenda item, that did not stop parents from showing up in force tonight. Now, a lot of them say that they want metal detectors, but others say they're open to additional solutions as long as they feel like something is being done so they feel safer sending their kids to school.
I'm asking on behalf of my child and all other parents that we consider having metal detectors in the school.
Parents at tonight's GCS board meeting made their feelings known. They want action now.
Up to this point, metal detectors have been the best idea that I've heard thus far.
For parent of 4, Justice Richardson, a school shooting at Tanglewood just weeks ago is still fresh in his mind, and he says it makes him uneasy about seeing his kids off every morning.
I don't want you to lose your child just like I don't want to lose mine. No parent should have to go through that.
For years, this debate has been circulating at the county level.
We're looking at all measures.
In the past, the school district has said they don't believe metal detectors are a foolproof measure, adding that the best deterrent to guns is for kids who see something to say something. I asked board chair Roger Meek if the district would commit to placing metal detectors in schools.
We as a board have discussed it for years, and we're still discussing it. We're not ready to make a statement on them yet.
Some, like community advocate Tracy Fant, argue, why not just try it out?
A pilot program will evaluate how metal detectors work from a logistical standpoint, a training standpoint, and a deterrent standpoint.
Richardson says he's open to other ideas, but like many other parents, he says he hasn't seen the district present a better alternative to eliminating the threat of guns.
I want to see our elected leaders do what we elected them for, protect our children, and I want to see us as parents control our tempers and use logic, all right, and use sound wisdom to protect our children.
Wise words there. You heard Fant mention the idea of a pilot program. Well, both Mecklenburg County in North Carolina as well as Richland 1 in the Midlands have established pilot programs to evaluate the idea of whether metal detectors work or not. A lot of parents I have spoken to say that seems like a fair compromise at this point for those that may still be hesitant about it. Now, we plan to continue to follow up with the district, who says that they do not have any further comment on it at this time. In Greenville tonight, Matt Koufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
And of course, we will have continuing coverage on air inside our free app and across our social media platforms. We do want to check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent. Cooling down out there tonight. It's going to be a little chilly in the morning. A little chillier than we're used to around this time of year.
Yeah, get that coat if you have one in the morning. If you're up early, maybe a nice thick hoodie too. Whatever you got.
Exactly. Whatever you still have out. Maybe you've already pulled out all of your spring and summer clothes and shoved those coats to the back of the closet. Well, you should know better. You know, we've got cool nights still left in the month, and we've got a couple more over the next couple of days. So make sure you have something that you can bundle up in, especially for the kiddos as they're stepping out tomorrow morning. Again, we've had some showers earlier, and now that they're out of here, we're looking at clearing skies. So that's going to help to bring in those cooler temperatures later on tonight. You can see in our area, all the rain is out. We've had even the clouds clear out. So temperatures are now down into the low 60s, and really not all that chilly just yet. If you still have to take the dog out or anything like that, maybe you have to go drag the trash can in tonight. You're not going to freeze, that's for sure. It'll be a little cool in Asheville. It's in the low 50s, but tomorrow morning, expect mid-40s for the upstates. 46, mostly sunny, and then we'll warm up quickly. It'll be in the upper 60s by 11 a.m. So another nice second half of the day. First half, though, will be a bit chilly, especially in the mountains, around 40 degrees there, and then 61 by 11 a.m. So in your weather headlines, a chilly night is in store tonight, but then a nice sunny, breezy Wednesday. We'll talk about how warm temperatures get, and then a look ahead to the weekend when we may have to deal with some shower and storm activity. I'm going to time it out on our long-range model so that we can start planning ahead for the weekend coming up. But of course, you'll want to check in on the morning news from 4:30 to 10 a.m. Meteorologist Brian Bachman, he'll be in and bringing you the latest on your forecast.
We now know the name of a suspect who shot and killed a South Carolina police officer, the first officer killed in this state in the line of duty this year.
Plus, Alzheimer's disease hits close to home for a Greenville family. Only on Fox, how they're raising awareness and money.
And a local firefighter is helping firefighters overseas. We'll tell you how this mission got started. It's a story you'll see only on Fox tonight.
This upstate 3-year-old is smarter than most of us.
Can you show me where Australia is?
Accepted into Mensa, the program for the super intelligent.
No, Daddy. What's this one?
Boy Genius, Thursday at 10 on Fox Carolina.
Let's unlock the possibilities. Create a place to thrive. To get your game face on. Flex your green thumb. Ace your tomorrow. Slay the bonus room. Tap into the equity of your home with a cash-out refinance from PennyMac. The mortgage lender over 4 million homeowners have relied on. PennyMac, greatness lives here.
I'm Attorney George Sink. I've served all my life. I was a school teacher. I served our country as a Marine. And now George Sink Injury Lawyers serves you. Need help? It's easy. Call all 9s. We look forward to serving you.
When a car accident blindsides you with injuries and medical bills to pay, call Hawk Law and let them work your case. They're trained and prepared to fight to get you the money you need. So don't wait. Pick up the phone. Dial all 3s.
You've got a family that's on the move. You've got places to go, people to see. You've got a family at Benson Jeepland to help you get there. And we have the perfect vehicles for the journey. The all-new Wagoneer has arrived at the Upstate's #1 dealer for the past decade, Benson Jeepland. With hundreds of vehicles in stock, come experience the best of the Upstate while experiencing probably the best family vehicle, the all-new Wagoneer. Benson Jeepland, where our family's been serving your family for over 50 years. BensonCDJ.com.
Don't gamble on just any law firm. Bet on a law firm with a proven track record. Dial all 2s now. We got a $2.5 million jury verdict for our client when the other driver failed to yield. Don't scream, call Akeem.
Dial all 2s now.
When you're hurt in an accident, you need someone you can trust, who can get results. Call George Sink Injury Lawyers at all 9s. George Sink Injury Lawyers has experience helping people just like you. If you've been hurt in a car wreck or on the job, call all 9s. We'll take care of the rest.
Hour by hour weather on the Fox Carolina First Alert Weather app.
Developing tonight, we now know the name of the suspect who killed a South Carolina officer in the line of duty.
On Sunday, Officer Drew Barr responded with some colleagues to a domestic disturbance call in Casey. We're told that is where Austin Henderson opened fire on the officers in the front yard. Barr was shot and killed. After that, a 7-hour standoff with the suspect there, at which point he took his own life. Now, we do know that he had a history of domestic violence, and the chief held a news conference today to provide some updates on this case.
I'll be very specific about what I'm about to say. Drew was murdered. He was murdered. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And we know that because the evidence of what SLED is doing for us and finding out what happened, they've identified some very specific things that we know occurred.
Now, we did learn more about Officer Barr's funeral and visitation. It's going to be Thursday. Visitation from 3 to 4:45 at the high school there. The service following at 5, and then gravesite at a local church. And his family's asking in lieu of flowers to donate to the Casey Police Department.
And we have some more sad news to tell you about. South Carolina's oldest active firefighter, Hobart Erickson, died today. And we were there back in January when Mr. Erickson celebrated his 95th birthday. You remember that story well. This is actually some video from our interview with him. And we're told Mr. Erickson served as a first responder for more than 65 years. Incredible. He enjoyed working out for more than 3 hours at a time. Look at that. And worked at a golf course part-time. The Abbeville County Fire Department says Mr. Erickson was a great leader, a mentor to all. And we are waiting on those funeral details. We'll make sure to pass those along when we get them. Only on Fox tonight, a Greenville family raising money and awareness in the fight against Alzheimer's, all in honor of their wife and mom, who was diagnosed with the disease at 52 years old. And tonight, they held the first Bell Classic.
Fox Carolina Zach Prelutsky here in studio with us tonight. And Zach, how did it go?
Well, we first spoke with the Cheney family last year after Bell Cheney was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's in 2019. Now, the family says this is an event they've wanted to put on for a few years now and are teaming up with another Greenville local for a great cause. The Cheney family is combining their love of golf and the love for their wife and mom, Bell, for the first ever Bell Classic.
People see, I guess, really the struggles of it, but events like these, we can kind of make memories from them, especially with her mom coming out and supporting it too.
Bell Cheney was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's at the age of 52.
Over the last couple of years, I've realized that there are so many people in our community that battle this disease.
Dozens came to 3's Greenville Golf and Grill to celebrate Bell and others battling Alzheimer's. According to the Alzheimer's Association, more than 6 million Americans are living with the disease, 200,000 younger than 65. And in South Carolina, there are nearly 200,000 caregivers.
To really raise awareness around Alzheimer's, but also caregivers.
The Cheneys are partnering with Kristen Dees, who ran the Boston Marathon last week with a goal of raising $20,000 in honor of her own father, who is battling Alzheimer's.
The reason I was running, it was about my dad. It was about Bell and friends and family who care about Alzheimer's.
Bell's family says she is in a good place currently, but the disease has progressed.
The people around the person with Alzheimer's is just as important and going through almost just as much as the actual person with Alzheimer's.
Recognizing someone that has Alzheimer's and just giving them some love and making them feel welcomed, I think goes a long way.
Now, the Cheneys raised more than $7,000. That's about double their original goal. All the money from tonight, plus what Kristen Dees raised, that's more than $22,000 in total. That will all go to the Alzheimer's Association. And the Cheneys say they hope they can continue to put this event on in the future. For now, reporting, Zach Prelutsky for Fox Carolina News.
Now to a Fox Carolina follow-up. Some in the Lawrence County area are continuing to push for action to slow down what they see as just rapid growth. It's happening too fast. People in the Fountain Inn area working to try and slow things down, talking about new developments. They brought a petition tonight, 316 signatures, pushing for new ordinances which would help put a moratorium on larger developments. We first told you about this petition last week, and that's where the county approved plans for several large neighborhoods. Now, people that we talked to say they're just concerned that the infrastructure cannot handle all of these developments. They're also worried about the impact on the school system. We'll let you know how all of this plays out. And as we always tell you numerous times a night, you can download our free app. It's in the App Store or on Google Play. We're not going to let you forget.
No, we are not.
Well, First Alert Chief Meteorologist Kendra Ken here with us, and we do not want you to forget that light jacket in the morning. You send the kiddos out. It's going to be a little chilly first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you could start feeling it tonight, too.
Really
it cooled down.
Yeah, we're getting there, and it was all after the rain that we got today, which wasn't a ton. It was quick, but we got some heavy downpours, even some rumbles of thunder, but nothing severe, thankfully, and it's all clearing out at this point. But some of our friends in the Carolinas still getting some of those showers, still a little bit of light rain around Columbia and over toward the North Carolina coastline, seeing some of those downpours. Rain totals, well, I mentioned they weren't that impressive, but did get over a quarter inch in the Asheville area. It moved through so quickly, we just didn't see much add up in the upstate, about 1/10 of an inch in Greer. Your backyard may have seen a slightly higher total, just depending on where some of that heavy rain set up. But overall, it was a quick in and out. We were drying out by about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Temperatures have been falling fast. Now, here's what's interesting. This doesn't look too chilly. It's in the low 60s right now in the upstate, low 50s around the Asheville area. But compared to this time last night, we are 12 degrees cooler already in the Greenville area. This morning we actually woke up to temperatures in the low 60s. So we're going to be a good bit cooler late tonight. In fact, by early in the morning, 15 degrees cooler than we were this morning. So 46 is my forecast for overnight tonight. Mostly clear and definitely chilly in the mountains. Looking at 40 degrees, clearing skies. So you will definitely feel that cooler air as you step out. But as you step out, you may also start sneezing like I have lately. It's really been rough. I think it's the grass that's getting me, because the grass pollen is now at high levels. It was medium and low over the last week, but it has started to get a lot higher. In the tree category, we're still high, but that has reached its peak and it's on its way down slowly. I don't think it's weeds that would be bothering you, but mold is also high. So we've got a lot of offenders out there. Much more on when we could see a few rain chances in a row to help really clear out the air, coming up here in just a few minutes.
Kendra, thanks. Some news you need to know. Well, the Powerball, it keeps on going up, up, up. Jackpot's at $454 million. But someone won a little chunk this in Fayetteville, North Carolina. A $2 million ticket won last night. So congrats to whomever got that. But that amount is still rolling. So that next drawing will be live tomorrow night right here on Fox Carolina at 10:59, right after the 10 o'clock news. Meanwhile, another big drawing happening live tonight on Fox Carolina. It is the Mega Millions. That's at 31 mil. That'll be just before the 11 o'clock news, so get those tickets ready.
Well, caught on camera, a truck crashed into a patrol car. Take you to the next.
How upstate firefighters are helping other firefighters overseas. Only on Fox, what's making this all possible?
And an influx of animals at Anderson Paws. Why they need your help more than ever.
And don't forget, you can watch us anytime, stream our newscasts and videos straight to your Roku, your Fire TV, or your Apple TV. Just search for Fox Carolina News.
I'm Ashley Garrett, Fox Carolina. The Morning News. We'll see you tomorrow.
And it's Liberty Bell closest to the rail. Around the back turn. And here's a horse's jump. Maverick is moving up the outside. And they're racing on the track. It's Maverick coming down to the 8th hole. He comes down to the line again. They're neck and neck. Two to one goal. He's the rider. And
Add drama to every drive. The exhilarating Audi SUV family.
Think big. Something life-changing. I'm talking education. Let's get inventive. Blow things up in a good way. Do it for 20 years? Wake up and education has received billions in funding. Who does all this? If you've ever played one of these or these, that would be you. Yeah, thank you.
2022 Toyota Camry. Always a step ahead. Get 0.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Stop trouble before it starts with CPI Security and our new outdoor camera with perimeter alert. Call today and ask about our Spring Break Smart Home Sales event, including an outdoor camera and video doorbell. Visit mycpi.com.
When you drive a Honda, the adventures go on and on. Follow your adventures with the thrilling performance of Honda. The brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
See this QR code? Scan it, because it's your key to being prepared for local weather. The all-new Fox Carolina First Alert weather app.
Download it now.
Welcome back on dash cam. That right there. Oh, you saw it just like that. Oregon State Police say a trooper had pulled over that 18-wheeler on I-5 when some driver, you see there, crashed into him. Wasn't paying attention, cited for careless driving and failure to move over for an emergency vehicle, which is also a law in the Carolinas and Georgia. Pay attention, folks. Local firefighters helping firefighters overseas. We'll tell you how this mission got started next.
And the vice president tests positive for COVID-19. She was boosted twice, too. What we know tonight.
Closed captioning sponsored by Bojangles. It's Bo time.
Bojangles made from scratch biscuit is so good, we gave it a sidekick that's just as fluffy and just as delicious. Get 2 sausage and egg biscuits for just $5. It's Bo time.
The largest gun and knife show in South Carolina is this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. Over 600 tables of rifles, shotguns, handguns, knives, ammo, collectibles, and more. Buy, sell, and trade.
I've been to a lot of gun shows in my life, but this one is really good, well run, and it's the real deal.
Don't buy your next firearm sight unseen. Come shop thousands of items all under one roof. The South Carolina Arms Collectors Gun and Knife Show is this weekend. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Harrah's Cherokee Casino Resort. Get your game face on. Shake things up a bit. And let's get this party started. So come join the fun and put your party hat on and stay a while.
Meet Jessica Moore. Jessica was born to care. She always had your back, like the time she spotted the neighbor kid, an approaching car, a puddle, and knew there was going to be a situation.
That's my best friend. She don't need no lift, drive her own car. She don't need...
Miss Hogan's class? Yeah, it's Atlantis. Nice. I don't think they had camels in Atlantis.
Really? Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2022 Nissan Rogue, with a VC turbo engine and 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2022 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $37.62 on select models.
So much new to share with you. May we? Pink, orange, green, and everything in between. With all the outings and events, Mayflowers take a trip to the tropics. And prints are mixing things up a bit. You're in for all the colors and the compliments. Shop Cato and CatoFashions.com.
Fox Carolina, the morning news. We give you the first alert.
Damaging wind threat.
Breaking news in Spartanburg County. Just getting that confirmed.
5-mile backup.
Fox Carolina.
Only on Fox, firefighters helping firefighters. A group of upstate first responders will soon take off to the Dominican Republic to give fire stations life-saving equipment. Inside the Boiling Springs Fire District Station, there are thousands of pounds of crates that will be flown over by the Air Force. But it's not just the equipment going, but firefighters using their own time to deliver it and help train those who use it.
Fox Carolina's Shell Ramin has the story.
Well, these crates right here are packed up and ready to go, headed towards the Dominican. Everything from used fire hose to air packs to nozzles right inside for the firefighters who need them most.
So we always come back feeling like we've been helped, not just that we went to help.
The Boiling Springs Fire District is answering the call.
I would say the hardest thing to pack is the fire hose, because fire hose weighs so much.
It's not in their own district.
The need is great.
It's in the Dominican Republic.
We're helping them with some of the fire service knowledge, and yet they're helping us by realizing some of the basic simplicities of life that we are overlooking.
Fire equipment hitting a 10-year mark no longer meets national safety requirements.
We end up throwing it away. But yet you have nations like the Dominican Republic that don't have those regulations, and they'll use this equipment for another 15 or 20 years.
It makes me feel good that we're providing service there, even though it's not stuff that we can use here.
Lieutenant Alex Renal is making sure the equipment is ready for its departure on his own time.
Then the day I get off, I will spend either a half day or a full day just either going through equipment, reorganizing, picking up pallets.
Chief Steve Graham and Battalion Chief Gary Rogers saw on their last trip to the Dominican how equipment can spark emotion.
Just a big, strong man standing out in the middle of the Air Force base and tears going down his cheeks when he saw that airplane land and open up with all that. And I remember him looking at us and saying, this is all for us. This is all for us. And so that picture of Chief Chelene showing that kind of emotion, that made me say, I'll do this again.
Well, Anderson and Lexington counties have already donated air packs, and South Greenville Fire Department is donating the fire truck that will be heading down to the Dominican at the end of May. If you want to learn how you can help out, we have all the information inside of our website at foxcarolina.com. In Greenville County, I'm Shel Ramin, Fox Carolina News.
Well, an upstate animal shelter is asking for help after a large amount of dogs started coming in. Anderson County Paws tells us they have over 100 large dogs right now, and they're going to be giving away dogs coming up. Free adoption, that's right. Every dog will be spayed or neutered, which is a great thing. It's also a great cost saving for owners that want to get a dog, as well as microchipped. The shelter tells us they just need adoption. They need them fast.
We have dogs for everyone here. We have a very old dog that is looking for somewhere to crash and maybe even a hospice home. We have younger dogs who are full of life and zest, and they are just looking for that right person to take them out and take them on walks and enjoy time with them.
They're also looking for foster parents as well. We have more information at foxcarolina.com.
Well, developing tonight, an upstate man faces attempted murder charges after a struggle with Spartanburg County deputies. It happened on Sunday. Deputies tell us this all started when they were told Timothy Dunn, who you see here, a suspect for use without consent, was seen near Highway 9. Deputies found him, they went up to him, and that's when that struggle happened. He started to run away. He was taken down by a deputy. Dunn supposedly then grabbed the deputy's gun and tried to get it from him. Sheriff's office says the deputy was able to stop Dunn. They tell us one of Dunn's family members grabbed him and stopped him from getting away. Dunn is being held at Spartanburg County Detention Center. Meanwhile, Anderson County deputies released the results of a saturation patrol from Friday. Deputies tell us it's aimed at improving a particular area in the county. The sheriff's office showed off everything they found. These photos in a Facebook post. They say over 8 hours, they gave 140 contacts and warnings, 6 tickets. They made 17 arrests. Wow. Deputies seized more than $10,000, 7 firearms, 1 stolen gun. And drugs, including marijuana, meth, and cocaine, were found.
Well, the Buncombe County Sheriff's Office says they will no longer be doing no-knock warrants. It's now banned. The policy put into place by the sheriff. Deputies must now knock and give appropriate notice when they are going to serve these warrants. The sheriff says the ban is both an officer safety and public safety measure. And we'll follow this as it moves through the process as well here on air, inside our free app, on our website, and social media platforms.
Now your Fox Carolina First Alert weather.
Well, it is going to be a chillier night. We've already talked about it. It's cooler out there than it was last night. And by tomorrow morning, it'll be about 15 degrees chillier than what you dealt with for this morning. So a chilly night ahead, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday looking good. We will be warming up. We'll go through those numbers and I'll show you if we have any 80s back in our future anytime soon. And we've got the weekend to talk about. Unfortunately, there will be a rain chance. At this point, it doesn't look like a washout, but I do think that rain could interfere with your outdoor plans. We've got a lot of stuff going on outside this weekend, just like we did last weekend. And unfortunately, the weather doesn't look like it's going to cooperate quite as nicely. But for the rest of tonight, it's going to be chilly. Temperatures dropping down into the 40s for the upstate as we get closer to daybreak, but then a pretty quick rebound with lots of sunshine. We'll be up to 60 by late morning. So really pleasant spring day, a little bit cooler than normal for this time of year. In the mountains, cooling down into the mid to low 40s as we get closer to the morning commute. So make sure the kiddos have that light jacket at least as they're stepping out, but at least it'll be a fast warm up once that sun comes out. Of course, you're going to want to download the Fox Carolina First Alert app. This is such an incredible tool to have during severe weather, just everyday weather. It helps you stay ahead of all the changes in the forecast. Scan that QR code and it'll take you to where you can download our free app. We send personalized videos, in fact, from the First Alert weather team straight to your phone. It's special content you can only get on the app.
Kendra, thanks. New at 10, the White House says Vice President Kamala Harris tested positive for COVID-19. And one official says Harris tested negative through her regular testing up until today. Cole Higgins has the update.
After returning from a week-long trip to California Monday night, Vice President Kamala Harris tested positive for COVID-19 upon arriving at the White House Tuesday morning to receive a scheduled intelligence briefing at 10:15 a.m. Harris later tweeting, "I have no symptoms and I will continue to isolate and follow CDC guidelines. I'm grateful to be both vaccinated and boosted."
Is it possible that there might be any updates to protocols, COVID protocols, within the White House in light of Vice President Harris testing positive for COVID?
I would not expect that, no.
The vice president's press secretary saying in a statement that Harris will isolate and continue to work from the vice president's residence. She has not been a close contact to the president or first lady. An official says Harris last saw President Biden at the White House Easter egg roll on April 18th. Despite this, reporters pressed the White House on the potential for President Biden catching COVID.
Is it just a matter of time that the president could get COVID?
I wouldn't say it's just a matter of time, but of course it is possible that the president, like any other American, could get COVID. The bottom line is he is vaccinated and boosted. He is very well protected. He's got very good protocols around him to protect him from getting infected.
Cole Higgins, Fox Carolina News.
Meanwhile, a COVID-19 booster shot could be on the way for kids 5 to 11 years old. Pfizer says it submitted its emergency use authorization application to the FDA. The company says trials have shown a strong immune response with no safety issues. Meanwhile, Pfizer is still studying how children younger than 5 react to the vaccine. Results of those trials should be out in the next few months. That age group, the only one not yet approved to be vaccinated. And the FDA approved a treatment to help fight COVID in young children, even as young as 28 days old. Remdesivir, an antiviral drug, and the approval of this makes it the first to treat COVID in kids younger than 12 years old. That's important because, again, there's still no vaccine for kids under 5. In order to receive the treatment, infected children must either already be hospitalized or considered at high risk for developing severe symptoms.
Well, the White House is working to make Pfizer's antiviral pill more widely available. They announced they're working on establishing more places where Paxlovid will be available. This includes test-to-go sites, or test-to-treat sites, I should say. That's where people can actually go get a test for free, and if you test positive, you can get prescribed a free antiviral med right on the spot. Well, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signed what is being called the largest income tax cut in state history. First told you about this last night. Comes weeks after the bill passed the General Assembly. The new law will gradually lower the tax rate over the next few years. This is expected to cut taxes by more than $1 billion in Georgia. The first decrease would take place in 2024, go down each year until it's reached 4.9% in 2029. We'll likely hear more from Governor Kemp about his tax plan during the governor's debate set for Thursday. Well, speaking of the governor's office and the debate, Governor Kemp and former Senator David Perdue will face off in another debate on Thursday, hosted by our sister station, WTOC. The two are vying, of course, for the Republican nomination for the upcoming race. Kemp seeking a second term, Perdue trying to get back into office after losing his Senate seat in 2020. Speaking of the debate, we're going to stream it live inside our free app in the App Store or on Google Play, however you get your apps. Download it if you'd like to watch that debate.
We're helping you watch your wallet. You've heard of buying power, but the power to negotiate even after the sale is also at your fingertips. Fox Carolina's consumer investigator Rachel DePompa breaks down strategies to save.
Sometimes picking up the phone and taking the time to call a company will get you the savings you are looking for. You can use your power to call up a credit card company and negotiate to see if they'll raise your credit limit or lower your interest rate.
Or even provide other benefits like a retention bonus. If you're thinking of canceling your card, maybe they'll give you some bonus points to keep you loyal, and those bonus points translate to real money.
You could call up your cable or internet company and renegotiate a bill or shop around and sign up elsewhere. Sarah Rathner is a personal finance expert at NerdWallet. She says most people don't realize you can ask to negotiate a bill or contract with a credit card or even a service provider.
Sometimes it's as simple as asking, because the answer might be no. But what if the answer is yes?
Maybe you use your power to ask for a raise at work and explain why you deserve a higher salary. These are all moves that take a little bit of effort and time, but they can pay off big time. With this Investigate TV Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
We're checking in on some road projects in Anderson County and how much of the state's gas tax money is being used. Plus,
con artist using former friend's identity racks up a bunch of charges.
So have you recognized, or do you recognize, I should say, our most wanted tonight? We'll tell you more about who the Anderson County Sheriff's Office is looking for.
And look at your winning lottery numbers. Your midday pick 3, 329. Your pick 4, 0207. The Fireball 6. Those evening numbers, your pick 3, 767. Your pick 4, 0542. Your cash 5, 8, 20, 29, 36, 37. The multiplier 2.
Jane Doe has been injured in a car wreck. Your firm's mission? Help Jane get her money faster.
Anything is possible when George Sink Injury Lawyers is on the case. Lost wages, medical bills, pain and suffering.
Dial 9s. All 9s.
Let's unlock the possibilities. Create a place to thrive. To get your game face on. Flex your green thumb. Ace your tomorrow. Slay the bonus room. Tap into the equity of your home with a cash-out refinance from PennyMac. The mortgage lender over 4 million homeowners have relied on. PennyMac, greatness lives here.
In the Carolinas, True Blue means unwavering loyalty and commitment. To earn this level of trust, Ford builds the trucks and SUVs that help keep you in command when you're on the road. And in return, America has shown its loyalty. See your Carolina Ford dealer today. Discover what True Blue means to you. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus $500 bonus cash on the 2022 Ford F-150. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Palmetto State Armory is American-made for life, manufacturing and assembling firearms from parts produced, sourced, and assembled in the United States, and backing every one of them with a 100% lifetime warranty. Palmetto State Armory is dedicated to maximizing freedom by building exceptional firearms at exceptional prices. Whether you serve and protect, shoot for sport, or hunt to put food on the table, Palmetto State Armory is proud to provide the tools you need to get the job done. For more information, visit PalmettoStateArmory.com. Palmetto State Armory, American-made for life.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mr. Singh.
Before I was a lawyer, I was a school teacher. I took confusing ideas and made them easy to understand. And now our firm helps you understand your rights after a car wreck. Just call 999-9999.
Welcome back. Fox Carolina is committed to you, and we always try to get you answers to road issues every week. We have a segment every Thursday dedicated to this. But today we're headed to Anderson County to look at some roads there because it's one of the most requested places we get from viewers. And we're also following up on a couple of projects.
Fox Carolina's Teresa Bowles taking a closer look for us.
We have a lot of roads that are in bad shape and need a lot of work.
And I know that because of how many requests I get for roads in Anderson County. Roads and Bridges manager Matt Hogan says the first step is a budget.
I get a lot of, my road needs to be paved. They don't want to hear the funding excuse, and it's not an excuse. It is what it is.
The department has a maintenance budget and money allocated from the state gas tax. Crews use that to pave about 30 small subdivision roads. This is one of the roads in progress, Pebblebrook Lane in Belton. You can see where crews have started working to put down those reflectors, but it's going to take a budget to get more roads to look this smooth.
The biggest problem was we had a lot of potholes. Edges of the side of the road was deteriorating.
Larry Jackson lived in one of those neighborhoods for around 18 years. He was happy to see crews doing the finishing touches. Hogan is figuring out where the money will come from to keep it going. Residents tell him they don't want unbearably high taxes. A road fee is off the table, but
The penny sales tax that would only be for paving roads. That one would give us the amount that we need to, because we do have a lot of issues in Anderson County.
that's why the number of getting answers requests doesn't surprise him. Jackson says he's willing to pay whatever tax to make it happen.
And there's a lot of roads and stuff that need repairing, and it's good to see that the county is doing a lot of work to try to repair those roads. They just try to keep it routine maintenance so that we don't have the potholes like we had before.
Anderson County has more than 1,500 miles of roads, so while crews can't get to every road, you can use the Anderson County government app to submit pothole requests to all of those roads. So check that out. And you could rewatch that story and watch more of our stories on our Fox Carolina News YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe when you're there.
Well, the cooler air is on the way. The showers are out, and we're going to start to see temperatures really drop later on tonight. Northwest breeze is going to take over, and we'll feel that tomorrow too. But at least temperatures should rebound nicely as we get into the afternoon. But nice to see all that rain is out of here. It was really brief as we were going through the day today, especially toward lunchtime. Afternoon, we even got a little sunshine that helped warm us up back close to 80 in the upstate. But then we're not going to see some 80s for a little while. So all clear right now in the mountains as well as in upstate spots. We had a few light showers that lingered around Newberry for a time, but those are starting to move out, and we're going to be looking at clearing skies from here. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s across the mountains, 60s, but even some 50s already popping up in the upstate. 59 in Spartanburg, 63 in Anderson. So overall, it's pretty refreshing out there right now, but in the morning, you will definitely want your jacket as those temperatures begin to fall. So in the next 24 hours, really the big story is going to be the cold morning returning. So we're looking at mid-40s for you across the upstate. Low 40s in the mountains, may find a few 30s, so some patchy frost can't be ruled out, but right now, not expecting that to be widespread, so it shouldn't be too dangerous of a night for our sensitive plants in the mountains and the upstate, well above freezing, so no concerns there. Into the afternoon, oh, it's going to be nice. A little bit of a breeze, so may not be the best hair day, but otherwise, it'll be pretty nice. Temperatures in the mid-70s in the upstate, low 70s in the mountains, and humidity staying on the low side, something we can all appreciate as we get get closer to summer. The humidity, I know, is just going to be stifling by the time we get toward June and July. So looking ahead, our next big thing, it is going to be a rain chance for the weekend. Right now, does not look like anything's going to affect us until Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday looks to be a more widespread shower and thunderstorm threat. But for Saturday certainly could bring some early showers. You can see that here. Here's 1 p.m. on Saturday, still seeing a little bit of that activity. Essentially, it's all going to be riding along a boundary that will eventually ride north of the area. So as we get into Saturday night and Sunday morning, we'll get a bit of a break, but then we'll have another chance for some rain coming down from the west as we go through the day on Sunday. So here's 6 p.m. on Sunday. Notice the coverage of rain a little bit greater, but still not going to be everywhere. It'll be scattered showers, a few thunderstorms. Right now, this doesn't look severe, but there's certainly going to be a chance that you have to bail out of an outdoor activity because of the rain. So I recommend that you have a backup plan at this point if you've got some big plans for your weekend, especially Sunday and Saturday. We're going to have to fine-tune the timing. I do think there'll at least be a chance for some early rain during the day. So taking a look at our temperature trend, there's not going to be a lot of change with temperatures. We are going to have an increase in rain chances. We're keeping it in the 70s for quite some time, close to 80 though, as we get into next week. So here's a look at your next 7 days. We've got mostly sunny skies Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs slowly warming up into the upper 70s by Friday. And then this weekend, a chance for scattered showers and some thunderstorms. Right now, I'm keeping it at just 30% for Saturday, 40% Sunday and Monday. And we'll be getting a much better feel for the timing and when the heaviest rain is going to be moving through as we get closer, and we'll keep you posted. On the mountain forecast, mostly sunny skies, 60s on Wednesday, but then low 70s Thursday, be close to 70 Friday as well. And then a chance of rain heading through the weekend and early next week. Of course, you'll want to check in on the morning news from 4:30 to 10 a.m. for the latest on your forecast as you get your day started.
Well, we're still a couple of months away, but we're talking about the BMW Charity Pro-Am Golf Tournament, and we learned the celebrity lineup for this year's event. There are going to be some new faces, including Hall of Fame golfer Amy Alcott, country music artist George Burge, and Golf Channel contributor and host Will Lowry. Comedian Larry the Cable Guy, he's back. He's always a fan favorite. Also actor Andy Buckley and Jay DeMarcus. He's been here quite a bit from Rascal Flats.
They don't know exactly what to expect, and they love it. The golf courses are challenging. They have a follow, people follow them and have their posters, or for the sports athlete, former athletes from sports. People want them to autograph and sign stuff. They're willing to do that, and we lay that out in the front, though. That's a big part of what it's about.
The Pro-Am is June 6th through the 12th. It's over at Thornblade in Greer and the Carolina Country Club up in Spartanburg. At the top of the hour, some new evidence released in that deadly Rust Set shooting. What is now being unveiled about the chaotic moments leading up to it.
Plus, deputies say an accused con artist using her former friend's identity. Oof. We're talking to the sheriff about tonight's Most Wanted.
Ready? It's happening right now at Rooms to Go. Pick from 100 beautiful rooms, each under $1,500. Picture it, your home, fully furnished in your style, with living rooms under $1,500, dining rooms under $1,500, bedrooms under $1,500. So many stylish options, each under $1,500. And it gets better. Finance for $25 per month, interest-free for 60 months. Furnish your home to perfection, now at Rooms to Go.
Oh, that sizzle. What the? John finally did it. He got a skag. Look at that power. Never seen a long cut that good. Zero turn. Are you kidding me?
The moment you know you want a skag. Skag. Simply the best.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, who do you call?
Call all threes.
If I'm injured in a car accident, I'm calling all threes.
Call all threes. I'm calling all threes.
3333333 Hog Law.
The great experiences you have in here and even out here all started here. Because the best customer experience always leaves a great impression. GMC, awarded #1 in sales satisfaction by J.D. Power. Step up to GMC with 0% financing on these GMC models.
See your local GMC dealer.
Choosing an auto repair shop doesn't have to be a tough decision. At Certified Automotive, we specialize in taking the worry out of car repairs. From bumper to bumper, we service all makes and models. Voted Best Auto Repair 2 years running. Certified Automotive, Wade Hampton Boulevard. Online at CertifiedAutomotiveSC.com.
Fox Carolina is committed to you. Local news coverage weekdays from 4:30 to 10.
You don't need Beatles to tell you, here comes the sun. Not when you have the all-new Fox Carolina First Alert weather app. Download it now. You're watching Fox Carolina, committed to you.
The Anderson County Sheriff says a con artist is using her former friend's identity, and now they need your help finding her.
Now we talked to Sheriff Tad McBride for more on the case.
All right, Sheriff, who's tonight's most wanted?
Tonight's most wanted is Tiana LaQuista McMillan. Miss McMillan's about 38 years of age, 5'4", 215 pounds. She is wanted tonight for identity theft. She used to live with a former friend of hers, I would say. She has used her identity several times in recent times, including when she was recently arrested. So she used name, date of birth, social security number, and everything else that she'd been using at her disposal. Interestingly enough, the victim of this identity theft, son, saw the mugshot online, saw her picture, but his mom's name, and of course alerted his mom, and she came to make a report. So we have Miss McMillan tonight wanted for identity theft for using the victim's information when she went to jail.
But she has racked up some other charges as well, right?
She has. We also have warrants for shoplifting, possession of cocaine, possession of meth, distribution of meth, manufacturing or possession of controlled substances, and financial transaction card fraud.
All in the other person's name?
Yes, she used the other person's name in almost every single one of those. So now, of course, all the charges have to be reissued using the correct information.
So if you know where McMillan is, you should call the sheriff's office. Caught in the act tonight, police need some help tracking down a couple of people here who might know something about a recent crime. Lawrence police released these photos. They show these two. They're trying to find out who they are. We don't have a lot of information about this burglary, but we know it was at a local business there. So if you recognize this duo, get in touch with Lawrence police.
In tonight's Money Watch, it's been called the Great Resignation, where experts say people have been quitting their jobs due to a variety of factors. But recently, a new reason may be emerging for younger people returning to the office. A new survey shows 71% of those 18 to 24 say that if their employer forced them to return to the workplace full-time, they would consider going to another job. Experts say that for many, the change from workplace to home was pretty natural at the beginning of the pandemic, but now the return to what was normal may challenge people. 71% of people polled say they're now putting more value and priority on time, and flexibility is now a big request for many young workers. Well, meanwhile, graphics chips have seen a sharp price drop recently, which could be a sign that the global chip crunch is nearing its end. The lack of semiconductor chips was crippled, and production was, and sales of smartphones, cars, and other electronics were highly affected. Tech companies begin to report their earnings in the coming days, so this could be a good sign, things to come for them and consumers.
Well, coming up at 11, officials send out a warning after a Wisconsin couple died doing a dangerous TikTok trend. But they want you to know.
Plus, Lil Nas X going on tour finally, and a lot of people reacting to that. We'll tell you how close he's coming to the Carolinas.
And it's going to be a chilly one, 40 degrees in the mountains tonight, at least around the Asheville area, around 42 in Hendersonville, and mid-40s in the upstate. So if you've tucked those coats away, you want to pull them back out, because we've got a couple more nights where you're going to feel that chill early in the morning. But we've got lots of sunshine on the way. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll talk about how warm it's going to get and that chance of rain for the weekend. It's a bummer. Both Saturday and Sunday have a chance, but it doesn't look like a complete washout. We'll look at the long-range model and talk about the potential for any disruptions to your plans on Saturday and Sunday coming up on the 11 o'clock news.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Still today, we are a family restaurant. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. It's a place where our love of fresh food is as strong as our love for each other. It's a feeling of welcome you'll notice the moment you stop by. Because where we come from has made us who we are, and for that, we couldn't be more proud. Welcome to Delicious.
In the Carolinas, True Blue means unwavering.